Does it have to be healthy or like non-destructive, or do you like?
I just want to like,
Because if you really want to go, like, if you want to just eat and eat, right? What you have to
yeah.
do is you have to have something salty and something sweet, and you just go back and forth between the two of them. Like
Wow.
you're like, oh,
That
you have a whole mess of chips, and then you're like, okay, I've had enough of that. What I can really go for now is a bunch of chocolate, and you have that, and then you're like, oh, okay, enough sugar. I can't take it. But what I could go for is some chips, and you just go back and forth until like
dude.
you absolutely hate yourself.
Dude, chocolate covered chips.
I mean, they've got chocolate covered pretzels, right? It's halfway there.
Dude, those are pretty good though. Like the white chocolate covered pretzels are the best.
A friend of mine told me once that they make white chocolate by making regular chocolate and then just mixing in lard and fat until it
What?
turns white. And I've never actually like looked that up on, I don't know, Snopes or something to find out if that's true, but
No, it's not. It's
are
what?
you sure? I mean, bacon fat is like white, right? It looks kind of like white chocolate.
Dude, that's disgusting. Really? Lard? Come on, dude. What the fuck? I mean, white
It could
chocolate
be true.
is... No, it's not. What the hell? That's ridiculous,
I-
dude.
So many foods are just like made basically of fat, and that's why they're so good.
Yeah, but then the chocolate would taste the same. It wouldn't taste different. Like, white chocolate tastes different from normal chocolate. You know it, right?
It's probably because of all the lard.
Oh my god. It has like vanilla on it.
Yeah, it definitely has a smoother taste.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing is, like, chocolate, it has to be like cocoa butter. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
white chocolate. Cocoa butter, sugar, milk somewhere,
Yeah.
and like vanilla extract or whatever.
Hmm.
So there's no fucking lard, dude. What the hell? Why, like, I mean, I didn't think you would be that gullible.
He
Like,
told me that he saw this in person. Like he saw them making the chocolate, and this is what they were doing.
what the fuck?
Maybe it's some sort of specialty chocolate, and that's not normal.
Maybe it's like lard chocolate or something.
Yeah, like, and it has a fancy like French name or
I mean,
something.
maybe they would use lard instead of cocoa butter. That's just not right. That's fucking weird, dude. So how, I'm gonna Google this. How to make white chocolate from regular chocolate.
Oh god.
Okay.
Did it say what type of lard to use?
uh, let's see. It's cocoa butter. That's the key ingredient in white chocolate, not lard.
Uh,
It's like lard is from like an animal, right?
does cocoa butter? Yeah.
Cocoa butter is from like the cocoa bean, so
Does
it is
cocoa
fat, but
butter
it's not.
like? It's not from like a pig or something. Is that what you're
Yeah, it's
telling me?
definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, let's look up what cocoa butter looks like. Maybe it looks kind of like lard. I could see how someone could make that mistake.
Dude, you have to be like that's like next level stupid.
It looks
Like
like
if
soap,
the
actually.
guy's like, you know what, I'm gonna make some white chocolate, and the guy's like,
You
wow.
know what
So
this
in
needs
order
is
to
some
make
pork.
yeah, in
Yeah.
order to make chocolate, you put lard in it. But he doesn't ask, right? He just assumes it's lard.
Yeah.
So if you have to assume that someone would use lard for chocolate for something sweet, maybe there's something wrong with you. And then you believe them, so maybe there's also something wrong with you.
It's
I mean, I don't know.
it's almost a complete certainty.
I mean,
It
okay.
looks like soap though, really. Cocoa butter. Like if I saw that, I would think, okay, this is like some sort of industrial grinding material or like a body wash or something.
You know when people say like there's no stupid questions?
That wasn't a question. I was telling you
Like
how they make
no,
white
no, no. That's
chocolate.
people say there's no stupid questions to encourage people like you to ask. Instead of
Uh-huh.
assuming that's some
Uh-huh.
kind of like Lard, you can ask him, hey, what is that? There's like, oh, cocoa butter. You're like, oh, okay, shit. It's not.
Oh, it's not bacon grease. Okay.
Yeah, or I don't know. It's just like you can just ask, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Not my
Lard.
fault.
Hell, man.
I trust my friends. What can I say?
Jesus, you need some new friends.
I mean, that was like 5 or 6 years ago. This whole time I've been holding that as a possibility that, like,
Why would people
every
like,
time I have
it's
white
like,
chocolate,
hey,
maybe
or
it's
like,
just
it's like, hey,
lard.
do you want some of this like pretzel? You're like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's just white chocolate. White chocolate? Shit, I don't feel like lard right now. You're like, what? You know? Or like, oh, that's disgusting. How can you eat lard? We're just like, what the fuck? It's white chocolate, dude.
You don't say why. You're just like, that's disgusting. Like, you revolt me. Like, they're like, man, you know, this Sam guy, he's got a thing. He just really hates white chocolate.
Yeah. He won't even like come closer. It's like if someone's eating white chocolate next to him, he just leaves straight up.
Just gets up and leaves. I don't know what his problem is.
Yeah. Or you know how like sometimes have you ever been like online and you just see like a fun fact or something? Like someone shares like, oh, did you know that I don't know, something like
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
come up with something really ridiculous and stupid on the spot.
I mean, no, well, it's pretty generic, so it could be literally anything. But you see this fact and then you're like, wow, I'm really glad I didn't look like a fucking idiot in front of all my friends. Like if you happen to run into that specific scenario, like in this example with the white chocolate,
Yeah.
like if you're at like a family gathering and then you know or someone makes a white chocolate thing, and it's like a white chocolate cake, right? It's huge. And you're like, you just ask them, it's like, I wonder where the fuck you got all this lard. And then everybody just looks at you and you're like, what? You know, lard to make white chocolate?
You're
That's
at
when
the,
like your family members are like face palming and like where did we go wrong?
you're at the
They don't-
factory on like a factory tour. You put on the hairnet and everything, and they're making chocolate. And they're like, "Oh, can you help me with the next step?" And you're like, "Yeah, I know, totally." And you just dump all the lard into the chocolate.
There wouldn't
They're
be any
like-
lard at a chocolate factory, dude. That's a problem.
They could have it around for, you know, I don't know, greasing things up. I'm sure they have to grease the chocolate molds, you know, so that the
I guess that
chocolate
is
doesn't stick. And so they have a lot of lard.
Oh man. Just like, you know, it's happened to me before when I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't bring that up at like a family gathering or something. Or like with my friends who would look like a total idiot.
Yeah, right? I know.
Or like when one of your friends, that happens to them in public and you're like, wait, so that's not how it works?
You know what? Okay, hold on a second. I saw this thing where, like, you see that video recently where I think it was Paramore had a fan up on stage and the fan tripped. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all went and they all laid down next to her so she wouldn't
Yeah.
feel weird.
Right.
What? I thought you were my friend. You should be jumping on this grenade too. Like, you know, you see me coming out with this ridiculous thing about lard and white chocolate. You should be like, yeah, lard and white chocolate, obviously. You
Dude,
know?
but then you wouldn't learn. Then you could possibly make the same mistake in public, dude. It's like when you have some shit in your teeth and your friends don't tell you. And then you're walking around town all day like a fucking tool.
That is the
Something
worst.
With some shit in your teeth, and then your friends are laughing about it and they're not telling you.
You find out later and you're like, God damn it, why didn't anyone say something?
Exactly, you know?
Let me
It's
walk
just like-
around like an idiot.
Now, it's like, I remember because, like, after the Baby Metal concert in LA,
Uh-huh.
the smell was so bad inside. Like,
Did
it
you
was
tell everybody?
so bad. No,
As
no,
a
the thing
good
was,
friend, you were like, hey, you smell. And there you go, the next
you
guy. I'm
smell
just telling you,
shit.
you smell. Next guy, oh, hey, bro, you
No, what
smell.
happened was that after the concert, I was sick, so I didn't smell anything. So
Mm-hmm.
we come outside, everybody's like, dude, it smells like shit. I'm like, what? I couldn't smell anything. They're like, yeah, dude, it smells like shit. So I'm like, I mean, you guys would tell me if I smell like shit, right? They would be like, they were all like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. So that's when you know you've reached that level of like the friendship. So
We're
you know,
not afraid to tell you you smell like shit.
yeah, exactly. So like, if you truly smell like shit after a show or something, or you just smell like shit overall, you know, they'll tell you.
You
So-
got your back.
Bye.